Hello, my name is Dennis Moore. If you're watching this video, it is probably due to your need to get some information, some recommendations for how to respond to a giant retina tear and detachment. My story is that in February of 2024, I had a giant retina tear on the outside of my right eye, a smaller tear on the inside, detachments. Dr. Broden Lankster, who's a wonderful surgeon, retina specialist, was able to drain my eye, fill it with C3F8, which is a non-flammable gas, use laser surgery to tack on what was left of the retina, and then remove the parts of the retina that were damaged. I see clearly now at 4.5 months. I see extremely clearly straight on. I'm 20/20 vision without the gel in my eye. Plus, I'd already had cataract surgery in that eye due to, again, earlier eye injuries. I see crystal clear, straight on vision. Issues I'm having is as I look side to side and my brain tries to get things in focus, I double vision to the sides, but I was, as you probably are or have been, was basically blind in that eye. So I am thankful, extremely thankful that my eyes are working. But the purpose of this video is that there are things that I learned in those 15 days down that may be able to help you. All right. Couple things. Obviously, you were not expecting this. No one expects to be told we have to drain your eye, we have to use lasers to put on what's left, and you're going to be face down for 15 days. What my Dr. Broad, had me do was I was 2 hours down, 10 minutes up, 2 hours down, 10 minutes up, 2 hours down, 10 minutes up. I've heard, and when I was looking on YouTube for recommendations, some people have different time restrictions or time periods. Mine was 2 hours and 10 minutes for whatever reason. I found that I had to create a pattern and habits that were able to get me through those 2 hours. And what you'll find is those 10 minutes aren't what you'll expect they'll be. So, a couple recommendations. Number one, take any help that people offer. This is totally different than anything you've ever been through. And like me, you probably don't have any other major ailments. Or maybe you do and you have people helping you. For me, I was in good health. Good health. I had no physical issues that needed major care. This will create issues with your body, your neck, your back, your abdomen, your feet. Who knows how it will manifest in you, but 15 days being face down changes how your body works a little bit. It changes your musculature. Number two, all of your balance, but much of your balance is handled inside of your ear. And I'm not going to go into a biology lesson about it, but when you're face down, it changes a little bit how those gels are moving in some canals in your inner ear. And I thought I would just be able to sit up and I'd be fine. It doesn't happen that way. Once you've been down for 2 hours, the first couple of days you can come up pretty quickly. After that, it's your body gets used to being down. So to bring yourself up, your balance isn't what it was before the surgery. So that's something you have to think about. Okay. Next thing, ask for what you need. Most people don't like to ask for anything. If you need it, ask for it. You are the patient. You are the one who is face down and is unable to do what you've done. Ask for help. Ask for help. Next, tied into that, you cannot do this alone. You cannot make food. You cannot handle bathing. You simply can't handle those things when you're down 2 hours. And again, your balance is off when you start bringing your head up. So those are all things you have to take into account while you do this. There are things you can order. In Dr. Broad's office, he had pamphlets for equipment that we could order to help us through this. We ordered chairs that I could sit in, and there was a pad I could put my face in so that the pad took the pressure off of my neck and my body so I could sit like that. They weren't great, but they helped. I will show you a picture here. You have to do this while you sleep. From talking to Dr. Broad's nurses, it sounds like a lot of people struggle with the time that you're asleep, like to lay in bed or on the floor, and they roll over at night. And if your surgeon has explained this to you well, you must keep the area that's been laser dry. You can't allow any liquids in your eye to roll over that area while you sleep. It will destroy what has happened while you healed. And if that retina detaches again and tears again, you may not be able to have it fixed a second time. That's my understanding. I'm not a doctor, but from talking to Dr. Broad, it's critical that the first time you have it done and you're face down, it works. All right. What we did was we ordered a ramp. It was simply a pad, um, that was vinyl pad. But what it did was it allowed me to, from waist up, to be up on top of the ramp. And then I hung over the ramp with my head. So while I slept, I didn't roll side to side and I never got liquid on the back of my eye. Now, you will not be comfortable. This will be 15 days. You will not be comfortable. You'll learn how to adjust, but you cannot roll on your side. You cannot roll on your back. This was critical to me making it through this. Um, there are other things that we ordered. We ordered pads, round pads that you could lay on the floor, put your face right in, that had holes in the side for air to come in. That was great at taking the pressure off my neck and my lower back. It created some issues with my feet. I actually had some plantar fasciitis issues for a while, from being down and having my toes stretched back as I was on the floor, that all the connective tissue on the bottom of my feet was stretched. So both feet had some plantar fasciitis, which is all over the last 2.5 months has cleared up. All right. Um, we actually ordered some walking sticks, which I didn't think I would need, but my balance was so off. Once I was allowed to come up and walk around, the walking sticks helped. Whether you have a cane or anything else, just you have to be extremely careful because, of course, you can't fall when you're done. All right. Now, these are things I wrote down that really helped us get through this. Number one, and your doctor, I'm sure, has told you this, you really don't get a second chance. You have to make this happen the first time. So again, if you're searching YouTube and you found this, go find the data that's out there. You can find it easily. Look up giant retina tears or retina tears. You can find summaries of all the research. People who have to have a second surgery do not do as well. So if this is your first surgery, you have to make this happen. What I ended up doing was going with daily goals. The first day after the surgery, getting home, my back was killing me, my neck, and I thought, how the heck am I going to be able to do this? And no one's used to being face down. This is not normal. You have to find a way to do it. I ended up putting Post-it notes on the table with every date, and every day it said on it, get better today, keep your head down, you can do this. And every day I get up and I cross the day out from the day before, I cross it out and move on next one. And simple things like that help me get through it. Things to have high expectations on. Number one, nutritional needs. You are going to need protein. All right. All the things that help your help your retina tear heal are amino acids. They're from proteins. You have to get eggs. You have to get chicken. You have to get beef. If you're a vegetarian, you have to eat foods that will give you the proteins you need. This is not a time to lose weight. This is not a time to go on a diet. You have to get proteins in you. We end up going with 4 meals a day, and I put a lot of food in. And I gained weight over the 15 days down, but that was appropriate to get my retina to heal. So you have to get protein. Number two, they don't want you to strain doing anything, and that includes going to the bathroom. What we did was at every meal I had a bowl of fruit. My lovely wife Jennifer went to the store and bought mandarin oranges and pineapples and blueberries and grapes, and I had a cereal bowl full of fruit at every meal, so that as food moved through me, I was getting vitamin C from that, which you need for making collagen and proteins, but I was getting a ton of fiber, so when I had to go to the bathroom, there was no strain involved. All right. Also with that, you're going to have to drink a lot of fluids. Now you can, if you're able, and I was able to walk to the bathroom with my chin on my chest and my nose and my eyes pointing to the floor. I was able to do that and got in a good habit of doing that, to pee when I had to urinate. You have to stay hydrated. And those are non-negotiables. You cannot have a bloodstream that's low in amino acids and proteins, and that's low in vitamin C, and that you don't have a digestive tract that has a lot of fruit going through it. Those things will help you heal. Other things, high expectations for your body position. There is no, oh, I'll take a break. There is no, I'll just lay back here for a half hour, take the pressure off my neck. It's like anything else that soaks in water. You know, if you put paper in water and it sits there for 20 minutes, you pull it out, it's going to fall apart. All that scar tissue has to stay dry for 2 weeks. It simply has to. And when your head is up for those 10 minutes every 2 hours, it gets a little bit damp, but it dries out when your head comes down. You have to keep it dry. Um, Other things, you have to, and to me, this isn't a choice, but this is, you have to take a perspective of gratitude of, yeah, no one wants this to happen to you. Yeah, you may feel like a victim. Things happen. Things happen with your body. You have to take, I feel you have to take a perspective of gratitude. What are you thankful for? Number one, if you've had the surgery, you are incredibly lucky and thankful that surgeons were able to go in there and fix what they could. Number two, if you have people helping you, you have to be thankful to them and tell them that. All right, this is not a time for woe is me and oh my gosh, how horrible is this? Things like this happen to people every day, all the time, and this has simply happened to you. Um, that helped me. Gratitude is as important as eating protein through this process. Um, Low expectations, things that aren't as important. Number one, hygiene. It's really hard to get a shower. Don't expect to get a shower every day. Expect to change clothes. Expect to wipe off. The actual act of getting into a shower and showering becomes extremely difficult as you lose your balance. And we tried to do some of those things and just expect to change clothes, put on deodorant, and not shower often. That's 15 days. I think I showered. The first one was a disaster on about day 3, and I got quick showers on about day 8 and 13 that were quick, hose off and dry off and get my head back down. So don't expect to have great hygiene. Obviously, you can brush your teeth, but showering is not very easy. Entertainment. Most of us are used to watching TV and going places and seeing a lot of people. This is not a time for that. I was fortunate that I had colleagues where I work got me an Audible subscription. I was able to listen to some podcasts, some books I was able to listen to, but your expectations have to change with what you do daily. Other thing, low expectations. You're not going to sleep much. Even with the pad that I showed you, it's difficult to sleep. You're going to sleep an hour, hour and a half at the most at a time. Then you're going to have to shift your body and wake up. But you can do this. You can do this. Other low expectations, basic comfort, your back, your neck, those things are going to they're going to bother you. All right, there's no getting around it when you're face down, whether it's on a table leaning or flat on the floor, however you plan to do it. Your body is not used to doing that, and your muscles aren't used to how gravity is going to pull on your body. But they're all manageable. Okay, other things to tell you. Talked about what to eat and drink. Looking at my list here for you. And again, I searched YouTube and struggled to find anything to help. Let me see what's on this list here. It's what you need. Oh, what we did, which was really helpful, when you have retina tears and they use lasers to reattach your retina, they usually hit the peripheral nerves that go to your iris. I don't know if you can see my iris, but the iris is the colored part of your eye. It's a muscle that controls how much light enters your eye. It won't work. So what we did was we ordered, I have a big head, I'm 6'5", ordered extra large sunglasses that go all the way around to about here. I ordered 2 extra large pair to put in our cars that cover my eyes really well in case I forget my sunglasses. But glares are really tough. And again, the gel is gone. The gel absorbs some light in a normal eye. When that gel is totally gone and your eye has filled up with fluid, the fluid is clear. So now you have no gel that is blocking light. It's a clear fluid, so more light gets in anyway. So the combination of an iris that's been damaged and a liquid that the light's going through, you're going to need sunglasses. You're going to need them all the time. Even times before you didn't need sunglasses, you're going to need sunglasses. I find that even looking out my back window or my front window of the house, walking down the street, glares that before I didn't notice are almost blinding on my right eye. All right. Other recommendations. Expect it to take weeks for the gas to break down and fluid to fill up your eye. It's an amazing process to really get a sense of how your eyes work. But you start off and there's light, but there's nothing you can focus, nothing you can really see. You can tell there's things out there, but you can't focus. And that's because you're actually looking through the gas, the C3F8 gas that's in there. What's going to happen over time is that fluid is going to slowly fill up as the gas breaks down. The gas, it breaks down naturally over time. Your body will absorb those molecules, and that will allow the water that's being produced, the fluid's being produced, to slowly fill up your eye. So as that fills up, you'll see it flipped. And what you'll see is the fluid you can see crystal clearly through as the gas shrinks. For me, it started up here and I could start to see clearly through here. It got to a point where it was right about at my pupil and then below. And I actually tracked it on the mirror in my bathroom. I had Post-it notes. I'd stand in the same place and mark a line. And from about arm's length, it went down about 1 centimeter to 2 centimeters per day. And and this is after being down 15 days. It took 10 weeks for the gas bubble to finally leave. It took 10 weeks. But at the end, it was moving at about 2 centimeters a day with my visual field. What you'll also notice when this is done is that, at least this is what I noticed, is that I have lost peripheral vision. I haven't lost a lot. I can tell as I look straight ahead when I can't see my fingers. Where with the other eye, I definitely have much more peripheral vision, but it's very manageable. Your brain gets used to not having that peripheral vision. And everyone's a little different depending on where your tears are and where your retinal detachments are. Mine were around the outside of my retina. And again, a giant tear, which is 1 in 100,000 tears. I had one of those. I had a smaller tear, I had detachments. But depending where yours are, you'll get different amounts of vision back. The good thing is if the macula, which is where most of the light is focused on, if that hasn't been damaged, you should have crystal clear vision straight ahead. And that's what I have. I have no damage to my macula. I see shapes, colors, everything clearly. And again, without the gel, they're actually clearer than they were before. Now, what you may find is that because of the surgery they did, a lot of people end up needing cataract surgery. Their lens will cloud up and they may need cataract surgery. For me, I already had cataract surgery because of eye injuries earlier in life, so it was already replaced. I highly recommend the Vivity multifocal. They may be a little more with your insurance, but they allow for the clearest near and far vision. And there are numerous lenses you can have put in your eye. That for me was a good choice. Better than, like, there was a lens they offered, which was the cheapest lens to put in my eye. I went with the Vivity multifocal, and I'm really, really pleased with it. It actually allows me to see distance much better than my eye, which wasn't damaged. So anyway, that was a little bit long, but I wanted to get this out there because, again, there's not a lot of information. It looks like from the research I did, this surgery is done all over the planet. China, Korea, South Korea, all over North and South America, Europe. There's so much information out there. I recommend doing some reading. Look at whatever you've been diagnosed with and see what's out there. I mean, there's so much information. It's at your fingertips. Research it, and then listen to your doctors. These things are fixable if you are a partner with them. They're not trying to get you. They're not trying to hurt you. They're trying to get your retina back on so you can see. What else? I will post also to my page the videos I took throughout my process. What you will see is a week in, my face does not look like this. I am super swollen. I took the video from this angle from when I first woke up in the morning, and you will see how it is a week in with fluids in your face, in your skin, in your nasal passages, and how that looks. You'll also see, I'll post the other videos I did at the next week and then a month later, just get a sense of where I was in my journey. But you can do this, all right? You can do this, you can do this. You're gonna need help. You're gonna have to change some habits, but you can do this. All right, take care and good luck.